After trying all those bags out, the best fit for electronics grab and go, where I can just grab it out of the truck, make sure everything's charged up, is going to be the little medium tool bag, because it has all the dividers and there's so many little things here. So let's pack it together and I'll show you how it all fits in. This little AA emergency charger, now you can charge your cell phone with these. It's got magnets. It hooks over a AA battery, and that's a really good thing to have in a pinch. They're so small and fiddly. I'm going to put that inside of a little Velcro bag, and that way they're not going to get lost. So that takes care of that. We have our COMMS, which would be grab and go. And this is not something, I don't usually use this. I've got my own radio, that I use, my regular Bofang, but these are all interfaced together. So that gives me 4 radios that I could share with people. So that's kind of got its own bag there. The 2 headlamps, they're going to fit there in the side compartment with their strap. I've never had all this in one spot, so this is going to be nice. I'm actually going to be able to use it, and it's going to always just live here. As far as the charger, so the jump starter charger, now that's also going to give us the ability to charge phones with. We have USB and an extra flashlight on there, but don't rely upon that solely. USB and phone cables have all that. That's grab and go. And this is going to be something that's going to need to be looked after. So before you go on a trip or something, or periodically, you're going to want to grab this bag and just get everything on a charger. You know how that stuff is. If you don't stay on top of it, it's hard. So having everything in one spot is going to be immensely helpful. So that fits in there. Now our ACR. Those are kind of expensive. Look after those. Those are going to fit in there. Those are going to be grab and go. They're always going to be together. So this whole kit, you're going to have what you need, and there's still plenty of room here. I've got a room for a whole nother sleeve of AA batteries. You just can't have enough batteries. Maybe there's a compartment on the front here. So we'll put batteries in there. Keep it separated. Look at that. I'm getting the fizz, gentlemen. Our Streamlight Survivor is going to be in there. My main radio, it fits in there just fine. And that's going to be the electronics kit. That's going to be grab and go. Whatever. I've never had this with me because it was all spread out in multiple places. So if I go jump in Mrs. W's 4Runner with her, this is everything. Everything's going to be very nice in that one kit. All right, let's see where we're at so far. Let's recap here. So this is getting a lot better, where we had things that were all spread out I had it spread out between multiple vehicles, snow bike trailer, backpacks, everything is in one spot. The large, flat VTAC is going to be the retrieval gear right there. That's basically how it's going to work out. You're going to have all of retrieval gear in there, and I'm going to throw that tool roll in there. I thought having the fire extinguisher in there wasn't a good idea because I want that to remain in the vehicle. So this is kind of grab and go. Why this is important to me is I might need to use Mrs. W's vehicle to pull something out. Half the time I'm in the skid steer and I'm pulling stuff out and it's loose in the cab and it's just a pain. Now I can just grab this one deal. I'm going to have some tools on me. I'm going to have all the things that I need in there for retrieval, and bang, boom. One thing I am going to take out of here is a winch controller. I'm going to keep this in the vehicle. There's no reason for this to be out of there. If I didn't have this kit, I could still get myself out of a ditch. As long as I've got this, I can always throw the hook around a tree, right? So I'm gonna amend that right there. But everything else, the flares, the shackles, all of that fits in there quite nicely. Get that down there flush. And these are great bags. Basically, it's like a soft box. After that, we've got in this kit, I've already forgot what I put in here. This is the tire kit right here. We're going to have our tire repair kit. We're going to have our 30 feet of hose or 40 feet, our deflator, anything you're going to deal with for tires. If a guy wanted to, and I would probably consider this if I was going to go on a trip, is I'd probably throw a cordless impact in there. Throw a cordless impact in there with a socket for my lug nut. I'd throw that right in there like that. If I was going to go out of town, I would do that. Maybe even just throw a whole set of sockets in there. That'd be pretty nice, and that fits in there nicely. But I don't need to. I'm not going to dedicate that because I use it in the shop. But there's still enough room for something like that. This stack, the way that these stack is kind of cool. So it looks like they're kind of made to work together. So if you look on the top of these, do you see the way that this is folded and they've got the wings on there? And I'm not sure how I would use this, but I was just thinking, you know, if you were like, especially hunting, maybe if you were throwing these on the back of like a side-by-side, you know how everything jumps around and jostles around, and to be able to hook all these together, I mean, that's kind of a cool option, and you can still get at them. You see the wings on the bottom? And they all just kind of stack. You know, that definitely keeps things much neater, and, you know, depending on how much weight you have in there, but you could, this is a bit heavy, but you basically have one duffel bag on here. That is a pretty slick option, and you could even add on top of that. I mean, it looks like the little ones, they have all that same capability. Yeah, they have the little wings as well, so it just kind of builds. These are very nice bags. These are the handiest, nicest gear bags for this sort of thing that I've come across so far. Yeah, if you just wanted to have like a little admin on top of there, look at that right there. Look how that works on there. I'm a fan. I like these bags. I'm going to be going back on the website and looking at all the sizes that they offer, because this solves a lot of problems. They look like they're really built well with nice zippers, and man, this is fantastic. Retrieval kit, tire kit, COMMS, emergency communication, electronics sort of things, with all the cables and all that kit. I mean, you grab this, you bring it inside, everything's charged, everything's in one spot. You don't have all your gear spread around in multiple locations. You bought the stuff, you might as well use it. And if it's sitting in a summertime bag or a wintertime bag in the summer, it's just not doing you any good when you're going to need it. And this stuff is, you know, this stuff could save your life, especially in today's world. All right, so that's probably enough for today. We'll do a part 2. Next time we're going to cover tactical items, medical, and survival stuff. And that stuff is pretty small, and so we'll expand on that as well, so that everything's going to be grab and go. I'll know where it is. Everything that I own when it comes to this sort of thing, communications, will be in one bag. I will not be looking for it over and over again. So this is going to solve a lot of problems for me. So there you go. It's going to be a lot of work. I'll put the links to these things in the subject heading. Vertex has given us a code. I think it's 15% off. And I'll put that on the screen here, as well as I'll post that to the top comment. So if you want to look at these bags, see if there's something that fits for you, they're very nice. They're very nice bags at a fair price. And there's Velcro on there. So, for example, if you like to do patches, you know, patches are cool. If you've got medical stuff or just want to write on them, you know, you can do that. And you can put your name on there. I probably wouldn't do that because I change my mind all the time, but put a piece of gaffer's tape on there, write on there with a silver Sharpie, and then you'll know. Retrieval kit, COMMS, tire kit, etc. Very exciting. These are nice. I really, really like them. This is a well-designed kit. This is tailor-made for vehicles. Just the way that it's square, it's not going to flop around, stackable, is kind of nice. They're even daisy-chained here. They're very nice bags. Very, very pleased with those. All right, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Tomorrow, we'll get to the fun stuff. All right, thanks for watching. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers. We'll see you all on the next video.